Welcome back to Tia and Niki in Merida. Look guys, I know it's been a minute, but your girl was out of pocket last week. We'll get into that. This week, we're talking about privileged in Merida. See, this is a twofold conversation about living with privilege in Merida and how to appreciate it versus bringing privilege and drama with you and how it disservices yourself and others. Let's get deep. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Come on. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Come on. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Come on. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome back to the channel, man. I had to take off. Last week, your girl was toe up from the floor up. When I tell you I was going through it, I had some type of reaction to something I ate. I think it was an accumulation of things. So, I'm going to tell you, before we even get started, this is what you need. Because Pepto-Bismol, this is going to laugh at it. This place, the food here, let me tell you something. It will laugh at it. It ain't going to work. So what you got to get is Tretta. Hope you all can see that, Tretta. This is very good. And this is a little more on the expensive side. But get you some Buscamina. This worked with one pill. It got me back where I needed to be. It worked with one pill. This one took about a week's worth, right? And then also keep your on deck, your Alka-Seltzer Plus on deck for stomach issues. So I wanted to get that out the way, y'all. First of all, to let you know I missed you and your girl was going through it. And you will see that when you come here, your body has a transition to these spices, honey, to these herbs and spices and real food opposed to the GMO food that is consumed in the States. So that is that. Your girl is back at 100 and I'm back this Sunday with privileged in Merida. See, this is a twofold conversation that we're about to have. It's about living here, enjoying it, appreciating and honoring the culture, respecting the culture, and understanding that you are living a better life here than the people that actually are from here. They work every day. They do not get paid a lot. We talked about it. You need a work permit and they don't pay a lot. Them pesos is thin on this side. So when you bring that U.S. currency here and you're able to convert it, even if it's 15 to 1, it's better than 1 to 1. It changes the dynamic of your living conditions, of your lifestyle, and you can afford the things that you could not afford in the States. I've always wanted a little casita in the back, but who's affording that? Or if you can, you working yourself to the bone, working 2 jobs to maintain it, as prices increase 360 in everything in the States. From the rent, they having a big rent issue in New York where people are striking. They're trying to raise rent, but they ain't raising the minimum wage. It's a minimum, not a living wage. So taking all of that into account, I feel that there is a certain decorum that I should uphold here, and that includes shopping with locals versus supermarkets and going to the local eateries and vendors and circulating the money within the community that I live in, which is a wonderful thing to be able to do, because in the States you are unable to circulate it amongst each other in the community because they have a conglomerate takeover, honey. We're going to give you this Walmart and these few grocery stores, this Food Line, this giant Safeway, and this is what you're going to take and this is what you're going to eat. And they've driven a lot of the local vendors into submission and surrender, right? So it's very important, very important that we have this conversation, because I have had a previous experience where somebody did come here and it was something that I had not seen in a long time, which is the flip side of that coin. And I don't often see it, which is good. This is a good thing that I do not often see it. However, I have witnessed it, and you may come across it within your groups or as an observer out one day and go, what is that? Because the longer you're here, the more detached you become and more authentic to your softer side that you become. Merida is a feminine energy. Yes, indeed it is. So it's soft and it's warm. So aggression and coldness cannot survive in this atmosphere, in this location, and in this energetic field. So we're going to move into that, and we're going to move into verses, bringing the privilege with you, feeling entitled, being rushed. These are some things that you're going to have to either be frustrated with or satisfied with. I don't think there's a median. I found that either you're just frustrated because they take a long time, or you just say, hey, I'm satisfied with being here. I'm satisfied with the price that I'm paying. I'm satisfied with life right now. Where am I rushing to? Okay, so before we get into that, we got to do our announcements. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, as always, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to my new and my true baby hanging with me, getting my numbers up. Oh, I see ya. I see you coming on board. I see you commenting. I try to go through and make sure I respond to every single comment. If I have missed you, that is not on purpose, sweetheart, because I do see you. And I thank you for supporting me and going along this ride with your girl. Also want to give a shout out for support on my last video. I was very surprised and overwhelmed at the response to it and the viewership. So I definitely want to shout out everybody who took time to look at that video. Pure disrespect in Merida, because your girl had to lay down the law. And y'all know I come sweet with it. I'm full of information. But I hope this encourages you. And I hope this encourages you to enforce your boundaries if you need to. You can have loving boundaries. And I saw a comment about what I said about building fences and not walls, baby. You must protect yourself. Because if you don't, who can really do it? You got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. That's why we talk about doing the inner work here. Okay, so support from the last video. Thank you. And also want to give a shout out to my Zeals and my Cash App folk. I really appreciate the donations. Also got a sale on Etsy and Spreadshop. So Zeals, giving a shout out to Carolyn, donation of $100. Woo woo. Lola, donation of $10. I appreciate you, Lola. And Pamela, a donation of $14. I appreciate y'all in the deepest kind of way. It helps me to put back into my content creation, pay for some of these services I have, and up my game, like my new little setup with my Yeti baby. Y'all are the reason for that. Also want to give a shout out to my Cash App. That was my Zelle. I've been saying Zeal, but it's Zelle. Zelle people now for Cash App. And I'm only going to mention the first name. And I'm going to mess up this first name, but I do believe it's Sibonglec, Bongle. I'm sorry if I messed it up. I appreciate you for the $5 Cash App. Tio and Cassandra, my folks over there from the spot where we get the delicious food. Y'all already know where I like to go, Vinyl Low. Hey, I'm a rapper today. So appreciate the $25 Cash App. Also, Artinia, I appreciate the $14 Cash App. Sherry, shout out to Sherry J. I appreciate the $25 Cash App. Tashin, I appreciate you for the $1 Cash App. And Tanya, always holding me down with the $5 Cash App. So I appreciate all the donations, because y'all don't understand, no amount is too small. You send me 50 cents, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put it in the pot, I'm gonna add it to the next dollar, to the next $5, to the next $25, and up my game. I got me a new webcam. I'm so excited about that. I'm crispy clear. I got my lighting going on, and this is all by efforts of you all. Y'all know our work is part-time. I'm taking care of the whole kit and caboodle. So even though it's less expensive here, honey, we still tote the water. Yes, we do. From place to place, we do. We still got to work it out. Also want to give a shout out to some people who have come here and moved here, and they said it was because of me. It touches my heart and it humbles my spirit. So I got some new folks in town. I am very excited about that. Welcome, bienvenidos y Merida. Merida, that's two. Welcome to Merida. Shout out to my people who are here. I wish you all of the goodness and grace and love and peace and prosperity and abundance that your heart and your hand can hold, and just a bright future. I know some people are coming here still working, others are retiring. However you got here, you're here, and I want you to relax, enjoy yourself. Consults, you know, you can reach out to me if you have questions as you adjust to this new environment, honey. And it is nothing like you have ever seen. If you haven't saw my video, go back and look at it. Merida is a hospital, honey, because first thing you're gonna do is get that healing here. It's gonna take place. You can try to push it down, suppress it, or pull it away, but honey, I'm gonna tell you, push it away, but it's still gonna somehow show up in your life, whether it be through your mentals or through your behavior or through your emotion. It's gonna pop off. I'm gonna tell you. And if there's something going on inside of you, it will bubble up to be looked at, to be examined, and if you choose to be healed. So let's move on into Privileged in Merida, honey. We're gonna start at the positive points, and I ain't gonna hold you long today. Y'all know I like to get right to it. So the positive privileges of being here are the affordability and accessibility to products and services. Even living the luxury life in some terms, because some people are coming here, honey. They have worked. They are now ready to retire and live on the beach. They are not interested in living in Merida, honey. They are living on the beach. Get up and look at the sunrise every morning. Go out and eat fresh seafood right on the sand. So it's here for you. I often tell you guys, wherever level you coming in, however your money look, it is something here to suit what you need. A place for you. So we're looking at the things that are not accessible in the U.S. or you have to sacrifice to do it. You know, we go out, we eat once a week. Here you go, you can eat every day, and it might not even be equivalent to the groceries that you get, the amount of the groceries. So you experience things like regular housekeeping services. 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom is maybe $25 to $35 depending on the conversion rate, and they'll come over and clean your whole house. Yes, they will, and clean all in the crevices behind the stove. Efficient job. You can find these people on InDriver. If you have not looked at my video, go back and look at the Rappi video. It's on there. InDriver, where you can request any services that you need. If you need the lawn done, if you need laundry help, if you need the house cleaned, if you need automotive assistance, all of that is on InDrive app. Download it before you get here. Also, the affordability to occupy a larger home. I know where I used to live, I was in a very small unit, 2-bedroom. I was sitting on $1,500 a month, plus all the extra stuff. And being here to have that be cut by, I'm paying 1/3 of that now, a little bit more because of the conversion rate. It's such a relief, that within itself, to have the option to even do that and live in a larger home. Home services such as doctor's visits, they'll come and give you a manicure, a pedicure. You can also get a massage. People will come and bring the table, honey, set it up and give you a massage. So see, the affordability and accessibility to products which are not big here. Remember, Merida is about service and not about things. So the accessibility to things as well. And I do encourage you to use local vendors for getting, like, a girlfriend of mine needed a frame for her bed, so she went to a local vendor and he built it for her overnight. It was available the next day and delivered it for maybe under $50 US, opposed to going to Sears. Yes, we have Sears and Radio Shack. Sears are a US based store like Walmart and paying extra. And even the bodega, which is owned by Walmart, will give you a cut in cost, but still it's nothing like using a local vendor. Okay, so affordability and accessibility. Now we move into ease and flow. Ease and flow. Ease and flow with obtaining goods and services. Because there are less people here in most cities that we live in the States, you're not contending with a lot of traffic. You're not contending with a lot of pollution, a lot of noise, a lot of lights. Now we have the speed bumps and the roundabouts, but that cuts out the excessive use of traffic lights. So learning that rhythm to get around those roundabouts and learning the laws will help you here if you choose to drive. Go back and look at my video, Driving in Merida. It'll give you some options on what to do if you want to or if you don't want to drive, okay? So, ease and flow of obtaining services and goods. Because see, you can go in drive, you can go and get your services, people will come and do your nails, but you also have people, vendors, that come throughout the neighborhoods and sell fresh fruit, vegetables. Honey, I saw a man selling chairs one day, everything, water, everything. The Hugo's juices, ice cream on the cone. Pastries, pasture. See, they come through the neighborhood selling donuts, handmade. So there's a young lady that lives across the street. She sells clothes, used clothes and items, and she sets it out right in front of her home and sells it from there, right across the street. A lot of people have restaurants in their neighborhood in walking distance. So goods and services, deliveries at a low cost, receiving your prescriptions. You can go on Rappi and order from the pharmacy and get your prescriptions delivered. If you want to go out, there's a one-stop shop. You can go to the mall. Malls are very, very popular here. Not only because they're nice and cool, because they are, but also because it's a one-stop shop. Everything is there. You got your supermarket like Soriana, and then all of your retail stores, and then you have restaurants that are open. You also may have accessibility to pharmacies, eyeglass shops, just an assortment of things along with clothes. And then a lot of the stores such as Soriana, Super Iki, a lot of these stores also are hypermarkets. So they have the clothes shopping and all of this stuff included in with the groceries, much like Walmart. And only Walmart is like Walmart, except for maybe Target in some cities. And they have the small ones and the big ones, you know, the super warehouse. Well, here, most of the stores, 99% of the stores are a hypermarket where you can go in and do your one-stop shop. So the mall is everything. Also, banks are at the mall, several different banks. So here, we do not have ATMs in the stores, in the 7-Eleven or the OXXO. Not independently owned. If you see an ATM, it's owned by a bank, and all the ATMs are in the bank, and the bank closes, but the ATM portion of the bank usually stays open 24 hours a day. Make sure you check on Google Maps and look up the bank in your Colonial to see if indeed the ATM office or section is open 24 hours. So not crowded at the malls, one-stop shop. Then you have your Uber, your Didi, your Rappi. We're talking about the ease and flow of obtaining goods and services. Rappi, and then of course of InDrive for all things. InDriver is a bit like Thumbtack, except not as expensive. So people that have Angie's List, I think is another one too, where you can get somebody to come put a table up, or I had them mount my television. It was about $25, I believe. Low prices, good services, reviews. You can give them and view the person before you hire them. Okay. So ease and flow. We went through affordability and accessibility to products and services. Ease and flow of obtaining goods and services. Now we're moving on to a big one for me, which I love, which is adjustment and acceptance. Yes. I mentioned a moment ago that Merida is a feminine energy. It's soft and warm. Even the way the people talk and interact with you and others is very courteous. It's very warm and inviting and accepting. I often go to restaurants here, probably more than I should. And I'm always taken by how they work together. The onus is not just on one person. Everybody, I might have one person take my order, another person bring my food, another person ask me if I need anything. They work so beautifully together with no resistance, and it really complements the atmosphere and the restaurant, the image of the restaurant, and also the workers of the restaurant. It really sheds a huge light on the deficit in America. Because honey, when you go to a restaurant, first of all, it's what you want, and then it's here's the check whenever you get ready. You like, dang, I ain't even get to eat. Ain't no free appetizers. A lot of restaurants here will give you free appetizers for just for going there and spending time. I went to a restaurant not too long ago at Harbor Mall, which is a sad mall. There's not much in there. But they do have some good restaurants on the outside of the mall around the fountain area. And so I went to an Italian restaurant with my girlfriend, and the first thing they brought out was a free appetizer. It was delicious. So go there and experience that at Harbor Mall. I will put the name of it below. Okay, so adjustment and acceptance. So the culture is very inviting. I like that I always feel accepted here no matter where I go. People are not gawking at me or looking at me in the mall. I get a few looks, but it's not an animosity. It's not the toe to head, head to toe. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not that. It's very kind of like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Or how cool, you know? Or they look at my hair or something in that sense. And a lot of women that come here, black women and specifically that I know, who have come here have experienced that thing, that type of feeling and admiration from one extreme to the other, you know, very undertone, all the way to, oh my God, you're beautiful, Reina. You know, I told you they call me Reina. So they're very cultural here, and they like the culture, and they know that we are the same. We all brown people, right? Some level of it, from the light to the brown. So also an adjustment with the food. As I mentioned, your stomach may go through some things. It may go through some things. So give yourself time to adjust to some of the sauces that are here. The way they cook the food. They fry a lot. They like a lot of pork. And what they use in the ingredients in the food that your stomach just totally may not be used to is foreign. So be easy with yourself on that, and adjustment and accepting that, the tolerance for that change. Also the people, again, who are warm and fuzzy, very helpful. They ask questions. Where you from? How long you been here? They're not doing that to be intrusive. They're doing that because they're accepting you. It's a very accepting and welcoming environment. That's along with places too. The places that you go, you will experience this type of warmth in that area, unless you bring in an energy that's juxtaposed this opposition, which we're going to get into in a moment. Public demeanor and traditions is very heavy here. Never see any Karens, nobody acting out. I've never seen any arguments. I've never even seen anybody raise their voice to one another. The children, I would say 95% of the time behave, unless it's a baby, they cry, but that's not misbehaving. So I just experienced this type of respect in public, and I see that it's traditional. They're not doing anything out of the norm. This is what they mama did, what they mama did, daddy did, and all of that. And the men are very supportive in the families and very present. Okay. So again, Merida is not a passive place. Don't be mistaken. It's not a passive place. It's a warm, sensitive, and softer place. And it will probably bring that out in you if you yield to it. Now, some people, that ain't gonna be able to make it. They ain't gonna make it because they still angry. They upset. They upset and angry and stuff that's happening over there, but their body is here, but their mind is still there. They're still very much attached. And I often talk about being connected versus being attached. So I'm always connected. I'm umbilical cord. That's where I'm from. That's where all my records and money, that's the place that I yield from, right? But I am not attached. I'm very detached in my relationship with the states. I'm not entertaining the BS. I'm not looking at the news. I'm not looking at shows, TV shows or movies with a lot of violence. I didn't even really, I told y'all I'm starting to look at cartoons now because I did not realize how tolerant I was with violence, and the movies come right on with the violence and we clap. And it's such a diverse change from my perspective, my perception of living that way, because it becomes interwoven into your being where you got violent tendencies and you might act out if you don't get your hamburger. You know what I mean? And that's the other side of this conversation, is twofold privilege in Merida. So now let's talk about the negative things that happen when we bring that unhealthy privilege. You feel me what I'm saying to you? We talked about healthy privilege, appreciation, giving back to the community, supporting local businesses, you know, but this unhealthy privilege with a sense of entitlement, like everything is to be given to you. And that stuff may work in the United States. We see it on video all the time with them acting out because they didn't get their burger and they want it now. Why am I last? Where's mine? This thing. And here is a different vibe. It's so slow. I've slowed down. Even when I walk in the store, I got more of a saunter, y'all. I'm sauntering. I'm no longer walking. I'm sauntering. I'm gliding through the store as if I have wheels, them little shoes with the wheels. I feel willy. I'm coming through the store and I'm not in a rush. I'm not frustrated. There's not a lot of people in this aisle, so I got to go to the next aisle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There's none of that. So Merida is going to, it'll make you slow down or be frustrated with trying to be fast. So bringing those type of attitudes here will not serve you. It's a disservice to you and to others, to yourself, to your being. The acting out in public, or lack of decorum, and trying to justify it by your actions in the state. Oh, I'm just giving them a hard time. I'm just messing with them. Well, guess what? They don't understand that here. They take it seriously because they take their job seriously. I mean, it don't matter if they selling you a hamburger at the $2 vending place on the corner, or you go over to Brian's, check out Brian's, and get you a high-class burger with all the accoutrement. The service level is still the same of respect. It's still the same of 100% of service. If you call them, they will come. I have run into some not so good service, but I don't think it was the lack of the person's skills. I think the place was too busy and they didn't have enough people, and they were just running to and fro and to and fro. So I don't experience that a lot. So I know from going so many different places that these people take their job serious. So you may look at it as a jokey joke, but believe me, they don't. And if I've taken you somewhere and that happens, it's definitely a bad light on me, because now I'm the chick to bring the people to act out, and that ain't what I'm doing. So if y'all coming here, we going to Vinyl Low, we going to Brian's, or we going to my place in Paseo de Montejo. These are places that we frequent a lot. A lot of us know the owners. You may get in a group where you go with people and the person knows the owner, because we often visit these establishments, right? And they like it because we're bringing them business, but they don't want no bad business. They don't want no static, right? So we're talking about bringing the negative or challenging negativity that comes with privilege in the U.S. and how that looks here, the negative aspect of that, which would be entitlement. Okay, so expected to be treated as royalty. I'm gonna tell you, I look at the way they treat each other, how they support one another. So it's easy for them to do that for us, for the public, for locals, and for expats. So keep that in mind, and also keep in mind things versus people. This is a more people-oriented community. It's not about consumerism. It's about people and services. So it's always things versus people. And so a lot of people don't have a lot of furniture in their home. If you go look at places, it's very clean, it's very plain. It's a couch, it's a table, it's a bed, it's a chair. No clutter, not a lot of trinkets on the table. They just don't roll like that here with a lot of things, okay? So when you come here, this is why I talk about taking my course, right? Because it's going to help you work through all of that stuff, which is a side effect of living in the States, along with diabetes, high blood pressure, gout, all of that, and your mental dis-ease, PTSD, depression, ADHD, all of these things. It's a package deal when you live in the States. It just come with it. All them side effects they name on the commercial. They need to do one with America with all them side effects. I'm gonna do one. So energy is never lost, it is transferred. So in order to transfer some good energy, do the work while you're there. Start letting go while you're there. I often talked about how we don't use toilet paper in Merida and how I started when I was there. So when I came here, it was easier. And it's the same way. Get the BS out the butt and get the BS out your mind. Take the cut the cord course, and that'll help you do that. So it's very important that you do both the inner and outer work. And even if you come here with the knowledge that you need to do the work, there are so many things that can help you do that. Along with my course, there are plenty of opportunities for growth. There are a lot of retreats that you can go to, physical retreats, business retreats, psilocybin retreats, or spiritual awakening retreats, and you can get around people with like mind, like journey, and that will help you to develop. So take advantage of a lot of the opportunities here. That's what I'm saying. You're privileged to have who in the States looking for the shaman? Where you gonna find them at? I found one up in Bel Air, Maryland somewhere. It was forever away. And here you have the Uber or the DD, and they're affordable to get you to and fro where you need to go. So take advantage of these things, but also respect. Respect is the key word. Respect the opportunity that's been given to you that others can only dream of. Even if you're not here, it's on your plate. You looking at this video, you making plans, you lining up your ducks in a row. I told you I got people who planned. I had the consultation with them, and they're here, living here, got their place. Another one is starting her journey. She landed, she getting a place. Keep in mind it's slow here, and you're gonna have to learn to let your shoulders go and let your jaw go, let your teeth drop, your jaw, let that go. These are things that become habit. We don't even realize it in the States. And here is going to make you see it. And it's such an opportunity for you to see it, because that means you can do something about it. So be patient. Make an effort to learn the language. When it comes to privilege, my man Cortez did a video about the experience he had where a man wanted people to speak English here, and he got upset, he got frustrated, because nobody was doing it. Go on and get your Google Translator ready. Take some classes now. I have somebody, if you're interested, email me at tianikiandmerida@gmail.com and I'll hook you up. Pardon me. So take advantage of this time of the hallway while you're coming here to learn the language. Learn food. It's easy, because you're going to want a burger, hamburguesa. You're going to want that. And you're going to want the pollo. You want the chicken, right? Frito. You want the papas. That's the French fries. You want it. So learn those type. Food is easy. Food is good. Shorter words. Easier to retain because you'll use them more often. Learn to ask for help in case your phone go out. And as always, make sure you know your bank, get your pesos from your bank, make sure your phone works US, and then enjoy your new life. Enjoy your visit. When you do the work, it gives you some solace. I'm telling you, it will give you some peace of mind, because you feel like you're not going into a foreign territory knowing absolutely nothing, right? So resources And doing the inner work is what's going to help you to succeed. A lot of people have turned around and went back. Cortez just did a video on Move Abroad and Thrive. I'm sorry, not a video. He sent out a blog. And if you haven't joined his blog, join my blog. Join my blog. I've been off for about a month, but I'm going to rev back up because I got a lot of things happening, and we're going to go into that as we go into the closing. But he had a blog about somebody just had a bad experience because they just made all the wrong choices. And that's why you save up your money so you can hire somebody or go in and dig deep into whatever it is that you need to know to make your experience the best experience for you. Don't worry about other people. They need other stuff. Go and research what you need. Some of you all are bringing parents that need like a neurological help or a psychologist. Research that. Reach out. Get a consultation with me and I can hook you up. Okay, so privileged in Merida, both the good and the bad and the ugly, and what you can do to make your experience all that and more. Okay, so in closing, we got a lot going on. Stay with me for this last little portion of the show, because we are celebrating my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Woo, woo, woo. 1 year anniversary. 1 year anniversary. Yeah. All right, y'all. Guess what? I'm excited to celebrate my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. 30% off consultations, y'all. It's going down. For under $30, you can get a consultation with me. It is for 45 minutes and it starts on on September the 1st. September the 1st. So starting September the 1st, 30% off consultations, and also 30% off the Cut the Cord course. If you bundle, you get 25% off the whole package. So give me time to update my website for the 1st so it'll reflect that. Again, 30% off all consultations, 30% off the Cut the Cord course, and 25% off the bundle. So take advantage of that. It will be for the month of September, y'all. I ain't playing. We celebrating. Also, Etsy. And once again, thank you for my people shopping at Etsy and Spreadshop. We will have discounted prices for journals, Black Girl Travel journals, September, for the month of September to celebrate. Also, Spreadshop, 10% off any item. Young lady bought a shirt. She said it's absolutely beautiful. So I encourage you to get your goodies, get your swag for your travel. Also coming in September, we're going to have the isolation workshop. As I promised you guys, we will have the live. If you missed our last live, the self-worth workout workshop, and we worked it out, honey. Go into YouTube, scroll over the navigation to live and check that out. And please join us for the isolation workshop. Now, I will be doing a registration just like I did for the self-worth course. There will also be a workbook that will be very good, that will be free once you register, and also for purchase on Etsy. Okay, digital workbook so you can work through that isolation. It's so deep rooted, whether you are black, white, green, yellow, male, female, I think even dog or cat. Isolation is real in the U.S. for multiple reasons, and we're going to go over that in this workshop. And we're also going to talk about tools, resources. You know, I always talk to y'all about y'all utility belt, Black Batman, Batgirl utility belt, so you can have all the things you need right there at a hand's length and pull it out. The workbook will show you how to work through all of these isolation issues. That is, once again, a side effect of living in the United States. Okay, so we'll do that. The isolation workshop will be live. We will be doing a live broadcast. I do not have a date, but I will let you know. It will probably be towards the middle of September because we got a lot going on in September. So the isolation workshop registration date to be determined. Also, starting a book club. I will be offering book club. I have some books I want to read. This is not going to be romance novels, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it all. So I have a list of books to give you an idea. The first book will be 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I would love to read that book, and I would love for you all to read along with me. They also have the Audible book available. The fee for the class is a love offering. So there will be a registration for the book club. It will be held on Zoom, probably twice a month, to give us time to work through it. I'm going to take a look at the book first and see how we can manage it throughout the month. So book club, I'm excited, y'all, and the cost is a love offering. When you after you register and join, just put something in the love bucket, okay? Also, blog, I have been out of circulation with my blog for about a month. I've been pumping material to y'all like crazy for quite a long time. If you hadn't had the opportunity, please go and look at my blog. There's a lot of information there and stuff that you're probably looking for answers to. So I'll be starting that again in September, and also doing a recap of the couple of weeks that have passed, few weeks that have passed, and what was missed. So if you have not, sign up for my blog, Tia, Niki, and Merida blog, and that will come to your email address into your inbox when I post them. Okay. Next thing, welcome again to my new folks to Merida. I hope you enjoy yourself. My consults are really coming out. I appreciate you all. And more than anything, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all the work that you guys are doing, because I see you. I see you. I feel you doing the work. I can tell from your comments, from your donations, from your emails, and your interacting, checking on me, checking in with me to let me know you're making it through the course. I got people still working through the course, and it's bringing some things are bubbling up that they have to deal with and look at, but it's all to the good. It's because it's for healing. It's for healing purposes, and that course is interactive. It has exercises. It's not just me saying, hey, do this, and this is Merida and all that. It's going to challenge your intellect. It's going to challenge your worth. It's going to challenge your mind to expand and to grow and to unlearn and relearn better techniques and better skills to live a life fulfilled and to become your best version. Okay. All right. So I'm also working on some things for October. I've had a few of you all email me about my videos and how I do my intro and editing and all of that. So I'm thinking I'm going to do Zoom classes for a Canva, so we can be hands-on, and you can also take control of the screenshot. I'm sorry, not the screenshot, for the share screen, and I can see you work as well. So I'm coming up with that. I'm looking at about 10 bucks for the class, $9.99. or a monthly fee, as we do it every week. If you guys want it, I will do it, and I will show you how to do openings for your own video. The most important class, because those are pretty easy, that's what I say because I do them. However, editing seems to be a big thing. People want to know, how do I edit, or how to edit? So I'm going to be offering how to edit classes, content editing classes, where we'll go on Zoom. You can see me, pardon me, you can see me do editing, and then you can also do it along with me, and I can make sure that you actually do it correctly and show you the process one-on-one. I am open to doing a group, but editing is very tedious. I told y'all sometime it'd be 8 hours of editing, depending on how long the video is, how much content I add, like the words I put up here, or my captions, or adding pictures and things like that. It makes the process a little longer. However, I am willing to teach you how to do it. I'm very good at it. I self-taught and took classes on how to do it. And of course, Canva, if you're interested in doing that, I'm looking at that for October, because we have our hands full for this month of September that's coming up with the 1-year celebration. Go ahead and schedule your consultations. Take the course while it's at this low price. Also go on to Etsy and get your Black Girl Travel Journal. There are several different covers, one that suits you. The content is the same. It's interactive as well. Looking forward to the isolation workshop that's going to be coming up this month, probably the 3rd week in September. I will keep you guys posted on that. Also, the book club, the registration will be coming out for that in September. So we got enough for September. So October is where we will start our classes on how to edit content for YouTube and other social media platforms, and also Canva classes, how to create content on Canva, whether it be a journal or opening to a video or anything from A to Z. I can show you how to go from a plain piece of paper or a plain palette to all that you need to do. That includes creating logos and things of that sort. So we'll get into that in October. If you're interested and you just want to make me aware that you want to be in these classes and they will be completely affordable, because you know that's what I do, email me, tianikinmerida@gmail.com. Look forward to the registration for the isolation class. Again, thank you for everybody that's coming this way. Thank you for your support, your donations. I appreciate you guys, and it really makes me, it humbles me and it encourages me to continue to put out good content, because I can see that you all need it, you want it, you appreciate it, and you deserve it. You deserve some communication from this side, because this is where you're trying to get to. And whether you are coming to Merida or anywhere that you may go, this is what it's about. It's about getting you here, getting you there. Because like I always tell y'all, if it ain't Merida, it's okay, because it's always a place for you. Be encouraged. Your time is coming. While you in the hallway, fix some things in your life. Position yourself for great things, because you deserve it. So, with that being said, until next time, peace.